So I tried filming this for the first time about a couple of hours ago and I was super awkward and embarrassing. So I'm trying this again. It's a little bit later at night, so if the lighting's off, I apologize. I have a setup planned, I just have to buy all the stuff. But I wanted to get this filmed first. So I apologize if the lighting is a little direct. Oh yeah, and my camera clicks when it focuses. I have the Rebel T4i, so if you have advice about what I could do about that or if I should just get a different camera, then let me know. But I'm gonna jump into this because I have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm gonna try to keep it brief. So yeah, I have it separated into 4 different categories. So lots of stuff. So let's get started. So my first favorite is KL Polish, just all the colors in general. Specifically, I'm wearing the color in Porter Miami right now. But I love all the colors. The formula is to die for. It doesn't chip easily, but it's also not goopy and thick. It's just the right consistency. And I think it's like 9 free or something like that. It's really not bad for your nails. Doesn't have any of that nasty stuff. So you can look it up on our website. I'll link it down below. But I love all the colors. My next product is just a hand cream. It's by Supergoop. It's called their Forever Young hand cream. I've been loving this hand cream. Not much to say about it other than that it's a great hand cream. It's SPF 40 and it's not greasy. And it doesn't have a super strong smell. It just kind of smells fresh. So next is a skincare product and it's by Drunk Elephant, which is a brand that I've been obsessed with lately. I'm slowly starting to buy their products as I get more money because they are kind of an investment, but I think they're totally worth it. And this is their TLC Sukari Baby Facial. And it's like a once weekly sort of a mask peel thing, and you just put a thin layer on your face and then you wash it off after a little while. And it's really helped with my texture, which is the reason why I got it. So I think it's definitely worth the like $80 that it costs, and a little goes a long way. The next product is something that I've been using to try and help my brows grow. So the girl who does my brows, who's amazing, like amazing, her name is Bailey, and I'll tag her below as well. She's just amazing. I've said that to a million times. Anyways, she suggested to me that I use castor oil on my brows every night. So I've been using this Shea Moisture 100% pure Jamaican black castor oil, and I just use the tiniest bit, like maybe like 1 centimeter in diameter. And I use this Sigma E65. It's just a small angle brush. It's just the easiest for me when applying it. And I just use that brush, any small angle brush would work, to kind of push the product into the brow hairs, and it's really helped with lengthening and conditioning the hairs. So I would definitely suggest that if you're looking to kind of grow your brows out a little. So first I'm going to talk about primers. So I've been obsessed with the Too Faced Hangover RX line. The spray is new and the original primer's been around for a while, and I just love both. I use the original primer when my skin's feeling more dry, just because it's a little bit more liquidy and hydrating, I would say. And then the spray I use as a primer when my skin's like normal, because it's really tacky, which is so great, and it smells delicious. And I almost always use this as my setting spray because it makes your skin look dewy, but it also locks the makeup in all day. And like I said, it just smells amazing if you like coconuts. If you don't like coconuts, I wouldn't buy this, but I think it smells great. Next, I'm going to talk about this NYX Color Correcting Concealer Palette. Now, I haven't used the whole palette. I really just mainly use this peach color, and I use it to color correct under my eyes. A little bit goes a long way, which I love about it. I don't normally color correct, but this is just such a simple step. You just put a tiny bit on your ring finger, and it totally brightens up your under eye. I think it definitely makes a difference when I do the under eye concealer. And next, I'm going to talk about the foundation cocktail that I've been using this month. They're both super budget-friendly foundations, and I think that they're great quality for the price. So the first one's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation, and I use it in the shade Nude Ivory. This has been talked about a lot, but it's just a great quality foundation for the price. I mean, it's medium to full coverage, but it's buildable. I think it's great for all skin types, to be honest. It's not too matte, not too dewy, and when I want it more dewy, I'll mix it with this LA Girl Pro Coverage Foundation because it is dewier and it's a similar formula. So like today I have on both because I want it to look a little bit dewier, and I just love this combination. I think it's great. This is like a under $5 foundation, I think. And same thing with this one. I don't know, they're both under $10 though, so combined they're still less than the cost of some foundations, which is awesome. The next product I'm going to talk about is another one from the Wet n Wild Photo Focus line. It's the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer. Now, I've been using this more than my Shape Tape this month because it has similar coverage, but the formula is a little bit thinner, so it doesn't feel so heavy and cakey on your face. And I think it's great for a day-to-day concealer, whether you use it under your eyes or for spot concealing. Next is a product that I was surprised to find myself loving so much. It's the Wet n Wild Mega Cushion Contour. It's a cream contour and it comes in this cushion, which is really cool. And I think it's just the perfect color. It's not too warm, not too cool. I think it leans on the warm side. But it's so easy to apply. You just take a beauty sponge and just pat it on your face, and it's very buildable. It's not like a normal cream contour where you have to blend it out a ton because it's so pigmented. And I think it's great either by itself as a cream bronzer, or if you layer it underneath your powder bronzer, it can make your powder bronzer look a little bit more pigmented and sometimes last longer because it has something bronzer colored to cling to, if that makes sense. So I've been loving this. So the next product I'm going to talk about is from Sigma, and it's their Cor de Rosa Aura Powder. I've just been loving this as a blush color on basically everyone. It's the perfect color. It's not too pinky, not too corally, it just sits right in the middle. And it's buildable, but also pigmented, so it's so great to work with. I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Next, I'm going to talk about something that's definitely talked about in the beauty community, so you've probably heard of them, maybe not. It's the ColourPop Super Shock Cheek Highlighters. That's hard to say. And this one specifically is in the color Lunch Money. And I love this color. I have it on my cheeks today, and it looks blinding, which may turn off some people, but I promise you, when you don't have a light like my ring light directly on you, it looks just like dewy and pretty. It doesn't look that crazy blinding. You can layer stuff on top of it to make it blinding, but I think it's great for multiple types of people. And it's super easy to apply. I mean, you just take your ring finger and just pat it on, so it's great for beginners with makeup or experienced people. And finally, for face, this has been talked about by everyone, so I'll keep this short and sweet, but the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray has been a favorite of mine when I'm not using the Too Faced. This one smells almost like perfume, but not in an annoying way, and it really does make my makeup last throughout a work day. I wouldn't say it's a 16-hour wear if you have like oily skin, but it makes it last for a while. And I love the sprayer. It's like the perfect mist. I don't know if y'all could see that, but it's literally the perfect mist. I just love it. And sometimes I'll spray it in the air and like stick my face underneath it if it's like too aggressive. I don't know. It's just great. I love it. The first product I'm going to talk about has been talked about by basically everyone, so I'll keep it short again, but it's the Jaclyn Hill palette. Shadows are amazing. Formula is amazing. I have no words. I'm just really happy for Jaclyn because she spent so long making this. The color, I'll swatch the colors that I have on my eyes real quick. So this is my current eye look. So on my brow bone I have this shade from the top left corner of the palette. And the other shade from the palette that I have on today is this color right here. It's the perfect neutral crease color. And it's the third from the left on the top row. The next palette I'm going to talk about is one that I think isn't talked about enough, to be honest. It's the Jouer Skinny Dip palette, and I think it's just gorgeous. It's all shimmers, and they remind me of almost like, not jewel tones, I don't know how to put it. So I'll go ahead and swatch the color that I have on my eyes today. So the color I have on my lids today is called Skinny Dip, and it's the third from the left, and it's just this gorgeous champagne-y shimmer. And this is one swipe. They're absolutely gorgeous. You don't need to add Fix Plus. You can, but you don't have to. I just think these shadows are amazing quality. I will say that this color, which is called Bikini, was kind of a dud for me. It didn't swatch very well. This is like one swipe, like you can't really see it. So it's not the worst, it's just not my favorite. But overall, the palette's still totally worth your money. So the last palette I'm going to talk about is another one that's been pretty talked about in the beauty community, but I think it's worth talking about because of the quality. It's the ColourPop Cute AF palette, and it's literally cute AF. Like, this is it next to my hand. It's the perfect size for travel, and it has these beautiful tones. They're almost like berries, and then there's like some yellows. It's kind of like the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, but a little bit different. And I think the shadows are just amazing quality. I mean, the mattes are pigmented, like you just tap it in there and it's like, oh, pigment, wow. And their shimmers, I mean, y'all know ColourPop and their shimmers. You just put one swipe of your finger in there and it's just gorgeous. On my eyes today, I have this brown and I have this deep brown as well. So moving on to single shadows. The first shadow that I have to tell you all about, I've just been obsessed with. And they've been around for a little while, but again, I don't think that they've been talked about enough. It's the Morphe Pressed Pigments. And these, first of all, the packaging. You know, with pigments, kind of similar to the ColourPop shadows, you want to keep them in an airtight container. And I think this packaging was a perfect choice. It doesn't twist on, it clicks closed. So it like ensures that it's going to be airtight. There's less room for human error. And as far as colors go, the three that I own are Room Service and Untamed, and then Marry the Night. Y'all, I just had to pause for a second because like that's one swipe. So here are the shades. This one's Room Service. It's this gorgeous, like I don't even know how to describe it, but it's so perfect for like spring, summer. And then this one's Untamed, and this one's Marry the Night. Last for single shadows is a tried and true. It's the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Amaze. I first discovered this like years ago from Kelsey Kinsman. If y'all don't follow her, you need to follow her. Her mom runs the boutique shop Hopes. She runs it as well now too. And she knows everything about makeup. You have to follow her on Snapchat because her tutorials are A1 and her dogs are A1 times a million. I have no words. So one swipe, this is Amaze right here. It's like this perfect coppery bronzy shimmer. I don't know, I just love it. Again, it's so great for an easy swipe on the lid look. And last for eyes, I'm gonna talk about the e.l.f. Illuminating Mist and Set. I use this in place of like a Fix Plus just to make my shadows more shimmery. And it's super cheap, which I love. One lip color, I have it on right now. It's by Bite Beauty and it's their multi-stick in the color Cashew, and it's so great. It lasts all day on me if I use it as a blush, and as a lip color it does the same thing unless I like eat and then I just reapply, and it's still moisturizing, which I like. Another product from Bite I've been loving is their lip liners. I have the colors 012 and 036, I believe. And they're so wonderful because they're creamy but pigmented. They're creamier than the average lip liner, but they still hold in place. And another product I've been loving for a long time is the NYX lip liner. It's just their regular lip liner in 810, which is called Natural. And like it's called, it's the perfect natural lip color. I use it under a variety of different colors, and it's great for overlining your lips because it looks like your natural lip color. So I love these. They're kind of similar to the MAC lip liners in consistency, not as creamy as the Bite, but in some senses, I guess you could say that they last a little bit longer, or they could, because they're not so creamy. I don't know, but this is great, especially when you're on a budget. So that's it for my favorites for July. Again, I apologize if my camera's clicking or if the lighting's not the best or anything of that sort. I'm gonna get that sorted out. I just wanted to get this content out for y'all before it got too far into August. I'll link everything in the down bar below, so be sure to check that out. Quick thing I forgot to add, when you're shopping for things like Jouer and Morphe, be sure to look for discount codes. For Jouer, I got a 20% off code for signing up for emails, so you get that like first purchase discount code. And Morphe, there are a bunch of influencers with affiliate codes, so be sure to check that out before you buy lots of online companies' products, because you can totally score discounts there. I'll try to link some of the affiliate codes down below for Morphe in case you're interested in using those. And yeah, that's it. If you have any like questions or suggestions for like what to do about the camera or lighting, or just suggestions on what you want me to film next, then let me know, because I love hearing feedback. I don't get insulted if people have like, you know, constructive criticism or anything like that. So that's it. I hope y'all are having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are, and I hope that your dogs are having a wonderful day or evening wherever you are. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.